Hi everybody, welcome back, and I'm Cherie McGinnis. Welcome to our channel. And we do a lot of this and that on here. We do a lot of different Bible studies or lessons of the Bible and of Christianity. We do what's in my handbags, just chit chats, different things. I'm going to try to broaden my horizon just a little bit, not especially today, but in the future I might do a cook with me. I might make a dessert or something. The only trouble I have with this is that I can't pause my camera. I can only keep on recording, and I don't like combining videos because I don't think they turn out good sometimes. But anyway, I have a couple of desserts that I can make real quick, and it won't take long, and you can just keep watching me as I do them. They're very quick, and I think that would be something good. You might even be able to use them for your Thanksgiving dinners or something. Then there's clean with me videos on here, but I just don't know about that. I watch them and they're very motivating, but these ladies seem to have their act together and I don't. I mean, I clean house and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about that one. I'm on the fence with that one. But anyway, welcome to our channel. Today, I thought on a whim here, as I usually do on a whim. That's what usually gets me in trouble. I don't really plan nothing. I just keep it real, as though you were here and we were just talking. I love the fall weather, by the way. Is it not beautiful? I live in Kentucky, and we're getting our fall going on right now, and I think today might be the last grass mowing day of the year, I think. Oscar's out mowing grass right now, and wow, he's going up the edge of the gravel road, and he has got a big dust. Oh my gosh, dust is everywhere, rolling out there. Ooh, my neighbors aren't gonna like that, but that gravel road is a thorn in our side out there from the dust that comes off of it. But anyway, we're hoping this is the last grass mowing day. If not, maybe one more, but I'm hoping the grass just kind of takes a rest now and sprouts up next spring again. But anyway, we're enjoying the fall. The leaves are about to change. I hope they don't either get rained off with the pouring rain and beat off with the rain, or have a dry spell where they get so crunchy they just kind of get ugly and fall off. Seems like the past few falls we've not had a lot of pretty color, and I hope that we have a really pretty fall this year. I like to take rides in the side-by-side and look at all the leaves and things as they change. We go with my mom and dad comes over, and we all get our side-by-sides out and take little trips and stuff and have picnics. We did that last week, and it was really fun. We went to a little country store and got us a lunch, and very good lunch. She makes some mean bologna sandwiches. We got fried bologna sandwiches, and them things was that thick because we asked for thick bologna, and boy, she wasn't kidding. That was the best bologna sandwich I ever had. Sometimes a fried bologna sandwich or something will taste better than a steak. There's just sometimes you just have to have something like that, and that was so good. Anyway, we drove down to a church that my husband and I had sang at before, and across from that church they have like a vacant field and with trees and everything, so we just pulled in on our side-by-sides and got our chairs out and everything and sat around and had a little picnic and everything. It was really nice. My mom has Alzheimer's, and she gets a little antsy sometimes on those trips. She always says, I'm never coming on one of these again, and then the next time we go, she's all for it. So, but anyway, she has her moments, but we're battling with Alzheimer's with her, so we're trying to enjoy all the time we can with her right now, and she's still able to do things and stuff some. So, but anyway, you can pray for us for that. And anyway, what I was going to tell you today, I've been doing my own study of the book of James. It's not a real big book, so it's like, you know, able to handle that book because it's not so big. I can, you know, it's not going to consume me as far as I'm going to be afraid I'm never going to finish it or get in a big hurry or something. And it's a very good book. If you've not studied the book of James, it's a very good book. I was reading on James a little while ago, and I have had this book. I'd say you probably could still get it. I'm pretty sure it's a Reader's Digest book, but it's called Who's Who in the Bible. And they might make different ones of these like this, but you can look at people in the Bible and it tells you all about them. But there was a lot of Jameses in the Bible. But the one of the book of James, I believe, was, from what this book says, was more than likely Jesus' stepbrother. And the theme of this book, I've been using my little Sharibi study journal that I made. It's in one of my first videos. But anyway, I've got this little section here that I've been doing my study of James, and I just kind of fold the pages over so I can find it, you know, whenever I get ready to continue. But the book of James, the theme of James was primarily about living out your faith, being a doer and not just a hearer of the word. And isn't that the way it should be? We should be doers of the word. I know life catches us up and we can't always do what we wish we could or what we ought to do. And we get caught up in this world. And we need to be more doers of the word. This theme is developed, I'll read some off of here. This theme is developed in view of the social conflict between the rich and the poor, the spiritual conflict between the factions. And when I wrote this out, when I come to work, when I study something, I don't know if you can see that or not. I think you can. I try to almost verse map it in a way. I write out the verse or things that this was, I got most of this out of this Bible here that I'm using for my James. You've got to be kidding me. What is that? He was just out back. Hang on just a second. I swear it never fails. What is that? What is he doing? That was him mowing grass, that stupid driveway alarm. I'm sorry. He was just out back. I don't know what he's doing out there. Anyway, I'm sorry. It never fails. I tell you, it never fails. I don't plan it like that. I swear I don't. It always happens. Anyway, I've been using the Spirit-Filled Life Bible for this particular study. And I really like this Bible. I really, really do. If you have never had this Bible, you might want to consider getting one of them. It goes into a lot of detail. The things that I'm reading to you really come out of the front. Whoops. I don't know what happened. Get over there. Wait a minute. Don't tear. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't want that page to tear. Okay. Anyway, it tells all about the book. A lot of study books are this way. I know that. A lot of study Bibles. But anyway, I get some of the information out of this Bible. And I've highlighted in it and things. But anyway, this is a very good Bible. It goes in depth about some of the verses and things that are going on, which helps me understand it better. When I study a book of the Bible, I almost always have to have a study Bible. But anyway, I'm sorry. This one says, the theme is developed in view of the social conflict between the rich and the poor, the spiritual conflict between factions in the church. And what I was showing you was factions. I didn't really know what that was. And what it is a coalition of persons within a large group, like a clique, you know, like a clique in the church. And boy, there are some churches, I'm sorry to say, have cliques. And I really wish they would deter from that, because if you are a newcomer, you really feel like an outsider if you go to a church that has a lot of cliques or a lot of snootiness, I might say, that doesn't make you feel welcome. I have been to a church or two that has been like that. I went to one church. I mean, anytime I think of this subject, I immediately think of this one church. I will not name the church. And maybe we just, I don't know if everybody's having a bad day in the church or what. But anyway, I might have even told you all this story or something before. But anyway, I mean, the way it makes you feel is horrible. And from my experience, my husband and I went to this church, and we went to the Sunday school even. I mean, they had Sunday school in the church. It was not a big church. It's not a big fancy church. It's like I would say a country church. I mean, it's a nice building and everything, but I mean, it's not big. Anyway, we went to Sunday school and church. I mean, if you've got people that are coming to your church and they're going to Sunday school at a new church, they have got to be pretty serious about it, really. Because if you've got people that are just going to check out a church, they usually just go to church. where they can kind of blend in a little bit, and not really stick out like a sore thumb. But if you go to church, new people come to your church and they're coming to Sunday school too, they are serious Christians or serious about finding a church to try to get involved in and checking your church out. But anyway, we went. I mean, the church, the Sunday school, like I said, was in the sanctuary or whatever we call it. Anyway, I mean, we sat there, and there was people all around us, and there we sat, and nobody would say anything to us. I mean, I smiled when I come in and kind of like hi and everything. I was like, wow. And I think there was one or two ladies that came over and said hi to us, and that was it. Wow. They did the Sunday school and everything, and anyway, after Sunday school, then it was time for church. Well, a few people said hi and stuff to us. They were like, aren't you the people that live over there with all the antique farm equipment up and down the, yeah. Oh, well, you got a nice place over there. Well, thank you, But before church started, during Sunday school and stuff, I mean, I don't even know what he talked about, because all I was thinking was, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that these people aren't speaking to me, or I feel so out of place. I feel like an outcast or something. I mean, I don't know. I looked nice. I wasn't all, wild looking with my makeup or anything. I thought, what in the world? It just was not a friendly church. It really wasn't. And we never went back. As a matter of fact, I went there one time to a revival. I think this was before he and I went. I think I went to the revival. And the revival, they were talking about getting out in your neighborhood and getting to know the people in the neighborhood of the church, inviting people. Not one person. We live right across from the church, basically. Came over anywhere. I mean, it was just like in one ear and out the other. We have to be doers of the word. And I had written a note on a piece of paper and showed it to Oscar. It's like, after Sunday school, I think I'm leaving. I don't want to be here no more. I feel very uncomfortable here. Something's not right, But anyway, a few people at church did speak to us and stuff and eased it a little bit. But we never went back that I can recall anyway. We never went back. But you can really turn people off. I mean, you really can. And I know in big churches, the church that we go to now is a pretty big church. I mean, it's fairly big. It's not humongous, but it's got a pretty good bit of people there. And I know that, everybody sits in their certain places usually, and you kind of get to know the people that's around your area there, that you get up and greet people. Sometimes during the service, they'll say, get up and say hi to your neighbors, and you'll get up and kind of say hi to everybody. But I'm always afraid that I'll say, hi, welcome, and stuff, but there'll be somebody that already has went there for years. I just have never seen them before, but I don't care. I'm still going to say hi, it's so good to see you today. There's different ways you can word things. Make everyone feel welcome, everyone. And it makes a world of difference. And we're all there for each other too, to lift each other up in the name of God. So, just remember to be doers of the word, and please be kind. If you go to church this Sunday, I want you to try to go out of your way to be kind to everybody and to say hi to people, shake their hand or say hi or smile or give them a compliment. Oh, I love your dress, or I love that handbag, or, your suit looks really good. I love that color of your tie, or just things like that. Just let them leave with a great experience, not only just of God, but of humanity itself, But James rebukes his readers for their worldliness and challenges them to seek divine wisdom in working out these problems and getting right with God. Also, in the book of James, he directs his readers toward godly living. Personal application is the book's call for ethical living based on the gospel. It provides its relevance. James gives a practical exposition of pure, undefiled religion. His two fundamentals emphasis are on personal growth in the spiritual life and sensitivity in social relationships. Any faith that does not deal with both personal and social issues is a dead faith. Listen to this. The message of James speaks especially to those who are inclined to talk their way to heaven instead of walk their way to heaven. And what are we doing? Are you talking your way to heaven, which doesn't work? or are you walking your way to heaven? You know, are you talking or are you walking? Which one are you doing? You know, we don't get to heaven by our good works. You know, our good works are great and dandy, and it shows us a godly side to us. But we have to believe and have faith. And that's very, very important, that we don't get sidetracked and turn our faith about us instead of about God. And in verse 1 of James, it says, James, a bondservant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Now, the 12 tribes, I broke that down in here about the 12 tribes. I can see that wrong. But the 12 tribes designates the nation Israel. Scattered abroad is a technical term describing Jews scattered throughout Gentile lands. Thus, this letter is addressed to Jewish Christians living outside of Palestine. Now, James said he was a bondservant of God, of the Lord Jesus Christ. He made no boast about his personal relationship to Jesus, being his half-brother, nor did he identify himself as a church leader. He was just coming to them as James, a human being that loves the Lord and wants to get everyone on the right path. And, you know, that says something, about James. His greatest honor was to be a bondservant of God, and he wasn't boasting about anything else. But that gets you started in the book of James. If that's a book that you would think you would like to study, it's not a very big book, and I think it's really chock full of a lot of stuff. And I really like it so far. I've been studying it, and I really liked using this study Bible. But of course, you do not have to have a study Bible. You can use any Bible you want. You can pull it up on your phone even. But I really think that you would like to study the book of James if that's something you would get into. But I thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to go over that with you real quick. I'm going to be doing some different studies on here, not like long studies, continual studies probably, but just this and that studies in the Bible, and maybe some topical studies. I had a couple of people ask for a couple of different topical studies, and I'll try to work on those. But I just wanted to share that with James for you today and see if that's something you might be interested in, or just talk about if you go to church, be a light for God. And when you go out after church, be a light for God. I will tell you that people that go to church on Sunday and then go to retail establishments, restaurants, all that stuff, get a bad rap a lot because a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch. Because it seems like those people are the rudest people sometimes, seriously, that go into retail and restaurants. I mean, it's like a known fact. I worked retail, and you could tell that some of the people that come in there on Sunday in all their garb and all their dress clothes that felt like they were better than you, that they had went to church and you didn't because you were working, you know, trying to make a living to support your family. But no doubt if you would have been in line with food stamps, they'd have probably looked down on you for that too because you weren't working, you know. So really, it's kind of like a balancing act. I don't think so. But anyway, seriously, it is known in retail. Anybody that's in retail or restaurant business or anything on Sundays is the worst day for rude people. And most of them, unfortunately, are going in there from church. So it's not just me. Known fact. Anybody that worked retail or anything knows that. Unfortunately, not everybody's like that. You get some really, really nice people. So I always said if I got a bad person, just hang in there because you'll probably get 2 or 3 nice ones after that. So it gets discouraging working with the public. But I try to be nice to everybody and not be snooty or anything like that. But just be a light and shine for people today. And I'm going to give you a little challenge today. If you get a chance, or try to make time, which we can all make time for some things that don't take that long, just send an encouraging text or call someone, just anyone. You pick out who they are, but send them an encouraging text today and let them know you're thinking about them and that you're just checking in, making sure everything's okay. And I think that would be a great thing. You can do it in a text, in a phone call, but let me know if you do and how it turns out, and it'll make you feel better, and it sure will make them feel better. They might be having a bad day. And remember to live, love, laugh, and laugh some more, because laughter is the best medicine. Our hearts and prayers go out to those in Las Vegas, the victims there, the first responders, everyone that was there that had to go through that ordeal. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. And I love you all so much, and I'm so glad you got to join me today. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and there's a little bell there, and you can hit that, and it lets you know when I put up a new video. and hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I appreciate you, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.